Hey folks, this is Tracy with Scrappy's Rustics. In this video, I'm going to show you how I decorated and created 3 unique pieces for Christmas using the new IOD 2023 holiday release ginger and spice mold using fast cast resin. And now I didn't do the whole entire mold, but you can see what I did there. Just the family and 2 pieces of candy is what I wanted. And I I just love the details in these are amazing. I've seen people hand paint these in colors and they're gorgeous. We're just kind of going gingerbreadish color and some white wax, but they come out so cute. Everything else is super colorful. So I got these 3 at Hobby Lobby. I forget how much they were. I don't know if I show you there, if you can read it. I can't read it. I just love them. I love how they are. Now, I didn't untie the knots because I was afraid I wouldn't be able to get those beads back on. You'll see that what we do about that. So I bought 3 colors. I don't know what color gingerbread. I wish they just had a gingerbread paint. So I bought 3 colors that I thought or gingerbreadish, and then I've got some browns because we're going to start out gingerbreadish with a top coat of a darker color. So I just got all these out and we're going to, see what we can do and see what we like. I end up painting on the back of my ginger lady first, and that is Hazelnut by Waverly chalk paint. You don't see, yeah, there you go. I was testing out the back. Kind of looks like baby, you know what, at first, but it's a beautiful color actually. So Hazelnut was the winner. It was the color that I liked, and it dried down a little darker, as you can see. So I think I put 2 or 3 coats on, however much it took to give them full coverage. You have to see the details in these. It's just crazy, crazy good, crazy good. So I got these little 6x6 scrapbook papers from Hobby Lobby. One was Christmas, one was Paper Studio. That one there I decided because I love the red, white, and green, but it wasn't really, really bright and vibrant. Just showing you the whole book there. Because, as creatives, we want to see. We want to see what it is. So it's $6.99. One of them was on sale and one wasn't when I purchased them. But the 6x6 was the perfect size for these rounds here. And like I said, the colors were nice Christmas colors, but not very bright, and they were muted, so it was kind of perfect for this project. So I'm just using Mod Podge. Scrapbook paper's thicker than most other stuff we decoupage with, so you want to put a good amount on. And I'm going to use the iron method, and the reason I'm doing that is because I do not want to untie those knots. I love the way the beads look. I love the way the knot is. I just love it all. And there's no way I would get it back to where it needed to be. So I'm going to work around it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to decoupage this down, and I'm going to end up cutting where the jute is tied around the piece. And it actually works out fine. You can't even see it. The gingerbread heads end up covering it on the 2 of them, and it was no problem. It didn't peel off or anything. So I just pushed the paper down on each side of the jute, and then I ironed for a minute, taking my time really digging it in on each side, because we're going to cut it and pull it away here in a minute. The iron method is great for really any project, but sometimes we use it, sometimes we don't. I thought it was appropriate in this one just because of the jute situation. So you can see the lump there of the jute, and obviously I didn't put any medium on there, any Mod Podge, so I'm able to just cut it on both sides and then just clip it right off, and that's what I did. Now, this video is sped up a lot of the times because you guys know how to do a lot of this, but if I'm showing you something you need to see, I do slow it down. So just know that. Just know that I do slow it down, but I do speed it up for this parts that you don't need to know. So now we need to get all this excess paper off, so I'm just pushing it to the side because this is pretty thick stuff, so I can see where I'm going. And I've got my little gator stander there, and I went all the way around. In hindsight, my paper might have been better going all in the same direction, but who cares? I mean, it is what it is. So here's the 2 pieces of candy that I chose. You can only fit so much on those rounds. So that is Waverly color in Fern, and the other one is Home Decor in the color Imperial. These dry down a little darker, and we use wax on all of these, so they're not as vibrant. You could do however you wanted. Y'all, I had all intentions of painting this candy cane red and white. You can see where there's like lines, but once I started painting and it was all crooked, and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna get this red and white striped to even look halfway decent. I tried. You'll see I do another line, and then I was just like, forget this. Like, I couldn't even see where I was supposed to be painting or not painting. Then I thought I'd make my own lines. Yeah, that didn't work. So we paint the whole thing red. It is what it is. It is what it is. And it looks fine in the end. It looks fine. So, again, having these beads tied on here was kind of miserable, but I couldn't leave them. They just didn't look right. This project just kind of told me what it wanted next, and I just kind of went with it. I love when projects do that. You just kind of roll with it and see what needs to be done next. So I did every single bead, well, every bead on each one. One bottom one green, top one red. Yes, it did take me some time, and I did pretty good separating them. There was enough space within the jute knot that I could pop it up and down and not get it on the other one. But they did take several coats, so I did that. And then the sides didn't look right. I thought they needed some green, so I went around each one. Then I was like, well, the back needs to be painted. So I painted the backs. I love this green, y'all. The green and this red, I love them together. Just, I don't know, they're happy colors. They're happy colors. So now we got our finished pieces. So now we're using the color truffle because we got our ginger on there, and we want to highlight all the high points just to give it a little more depth and texture and dimension. So I'm just kind of dry brushing the darker brown over the ginger, or the hazelnut. You'll see here in a minute, I'm going to hold the little boy next to the girl. The little boy is not done. Right there. See the big difference? So just that little bit of dry brushing really brings out all the details. So I went ahead and did the whole family. The whole family. Like I said, some people have hand painted these in colors, and they're just stunning. I don't have the patience for that. And I don't think this piece would have looked very good if it would have been too much. It would have been too busy. So now we're going to use some white wax, and I love this. Oh, look at, I got a nice clear brand new wax. This is DIY clear wax and DIY white wax. It's in that other container because my other container broke, so I had to put it in there. So you do not have to use white wax first, but what it does is it allows you to remove your colored wax easier. If you go right in with the colored wax, most paints are very porous, so it sucks it up, and you'll have a hard time getting your colored wax off. If you're using colored wax and you just don't like it, it's too dark, whatever, you can take some clear wax, and it kind of works as an eraser. Now, it's not going to get rid of it totally, but it will help get rid of some of it. So always remember that tip, that clear wax works as an eraser. So now we're using the white wax, which to me looks like fluff. I don't know if you guys ever had peanut butter fluff, but it reminds me of fluff. So what I'm doing is I'm covering the whole thing, and I'm pushing my brush with the wax on it because I want to hit all the low points. I want my white wax to sit in the low spots. So I'm using shop rags because they are lint free. I always start with a dry rag. Dry takes off less, wet always takes off more. So I figure you're better off trying the dry. If it's not enough, then switch to wet. You can use a baby wipe, you can dampen your towel, whatever you're going to use. So, and this wasn't taking enough off, so I got a baby wipe, and it ended up doing exactly what I wanted it to do. And I do the same to all of these guys and the candy. And it's just a beautiful look, and it really makes the colors, you know, all the details really pop and really come out, and you can really see, like I said, all the details in it, because this gingerbread and spice mold, it's unbelievable, really, the details that are in it. So it's a great one. And it is available. If you type in #website in the comments all together, it will send scrappysrustics.com to your private messenger. I'm an IOD stockist, and we have all kinds of goodies on our website. A lot of stuff you can't find in your local Hobby Lobby or Walmart or, you know, Michael's, whatever. And if you're not a new friend, I would love for you to become a new friend. I love to inspire. I really love to experiment. So you just never know what kind of video is going to come up for me. I put a fast video out just about every day, and I do go live a couple times a week. So you can turn on your notifications, or you can sign up for our Telegram. If you type in hashtag text all together, it will send my Telegram link to your private messenger. And I text before I go live. And once in a while, well, if it's a good video, if it's a good pre-recorded that I think it's worthy of you to see, then I will message that. Just, you know, if they're worthy, you'll be getting a message. So I'm trying to put all my placement where I want everything before I commit and glue everything down. You can see all the embellishments in the background that I have here. I love red and white. I love red, white, and green. So I got all the things out. So that is Tim Holtz. I've had these for like 2 years. We had them on the website. They didn't do well. So I just took them off, and this is, I think I have 2 pack. I don't know, 1 pack or 2 pack. But anyways, it's just seasonal words. They're plastic, just white plastic seasonal words in the 25th on there. So I they were skinny. They were skinny enough and whatever enough to fit down the side, because I I don't I feel like they were too naked, or not naked, but they needed something else. Like just the gingerbread itself on these rounds, it just wasn't enough. And gingerbread to me screams kind of like candy and fun and bright, and that kind of stuff. So this piece evolves a bit with just some fun colors and fun candies and that kind of stuff, faux stuff, of course. So we ended up using Joy, the number 25, and Wish, because that's really all that would fit. So I have those faux candies there. They just didn't, they were too bright. Those were too bright. That's a beaded, I don't even know, hanger from Hobby Lobby. Then I have these little candy canes. I had one unscrewed already, but I lost it. I still haven't found it. So these were Hobby Lobby this year as well, but they untwist really easily from the hook that they're hanging on the bag from. And I also bought a bag of, I thought these were bigger. I didn't read the description. In hindsight, I'm glad they're small like this, because I've used them a couple of times so far. But they're just itty bitty sprinkles, little gingerbread houses of 2 or 3 different sizes, and then little red and white peppermint candies. And they're also 2 different sizes. So I thought, well, these would be cute because they all have buttons down them. All gingerbreads have buttons down them. So I thought these would be adorable. So that's what I ended up using. I wish there was a way for me to, I would have loved to put those little sprinkles on there, but those were just too tiny and too finicky to try to glue on there. I would have been there for a week, but it would have looked cute. So the candies were bad enough, but I do think it was worth doing it, because again, I wanted to bring some brightness to these pieces. I feel like these look gray, a little gray, in the camera and the photos, but they really are a brown in a gingerbread shade. Why they're picking up gray, I'm not really sure. Maybe it's the background. I don't know, because even outside they kind of look grayish, but they are definitely brown. So that was tedious. And yeah, I ended up painting the tops of all of the words, because the white just, I felt like it wasn't right. It just didn't look, it was just kind of washed out. It wasn't really doing anything. And I think the green is great and really makes it pop. So I end up putting those in. So we're going to use heavy body gel for all of this. I do feel like a lot of these pieces are so small that hot glue would just make more of a mess than it's worth. To me, it's worth waiting for the heavy body gel to set up, because I know it's going to stick. We have that as well. It's a Pentart product. It's called Pentart Heavy Body Gel, and it has many uses. It's just all around great stuff. It does take a minute to set up. Now, this guy, Ginger Guy, his back was not flat and flush from the resin that I had poured. He had like a lump, so he wasn't flat, so he kept wanting to pop up. So I ended up putting a little extra on him and putting some weight on him, and he stayed just fine. So look how tiny these are, y'all. You definitely need tweezers, and I used a little skewer to get heavy body gel on the back of each piece. But, and it just took a tiny, tiny bit, but I'm very confident in this stuff, and I knew that it would stick. I couldn't imagine trying to put hot glue on that and you not see it. Like, there's nothing worse than seeing a big blob of hot glue, in my opinion, but even like super glue would work. Probably even, these are so light and little, probably even some type of medium, decoupage medium would work for you. So we just adhere everything down. Everybody got the same treatment. And you want to put enough on there that, it holds it down, but you don't want to put so much that when you push it down, it squirts out the sides. And look at those, are little tiny gingerbread houses. Has all the colors that we have in our gingerbread and our paper and all of that. So yeah, I just love this. But I would love for you guys to become a new friend. That would be great. Like I said, I love to inspire, and it just keeps me going. It just keeps me going. I know this video is a little lengthy, but I feel like there's a lot of moving parts, and I'm hoping that something within this video inspires you to, I don't know, something. Maybe you learned something new. I don't know. So here we are again. I still felt like it needed something. I wasn't sure. I have these little tiny bows. I got them on Amazon. I don't even know what I paid for them, how many you get. I don't even know. I think they're bow ties, actually, or I don't know. I got a bag of bows that have tails and then these things. But I thought the green was perfect on her. And I feel like the bows really made the piece. I wish I had a little bit of tinier ones to put on the boy and the girl, but I didn't. I even thought about painting her bow. And I was like, okay, just let it go, Trace. She's already glued down. Enough is enough. They look great. Let's leave them. But these were a lot of fun, y'all. I had a nice time doing these. I did them over 2 days because I let my wax dry, my white wax dry before I moved on. And they were just a lot of fun. And I hope someone in auction will love. You see how gray they look? They're not gray. So I don't know. It's got to be the background. But these will probably go to auction. Hopefully somebody will fall in love with them like I did. I just think they're adorable. Look at the details in them. Look at the dress. Like, look at the little boy's his jumper there, his sweater. I mean, it's just crazy, crazy details. So if you're someone who enjoys hand painting, you could really make these like a super masterpiece. And look at her dress. I mean, those grooves are really deep. So you could really make it, you could make it candy colors, or I mean like light, pinks and pastel kind of Christmas colors, or you could do a traditional gingerbread, whatever there. But look how cute. I think the candy cane in their hands is adorable too. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.